Welcome to Future Vision Hindu Astrology Learning Series, Lesson 3. Today we will discuss about the constellations, their distribution in the signs, equator, celestial equator, ecliptic, first point of Aries, first point of Libra, equinoxes, solar and lunar eclipses, ascending and descending node of moon, sidereal and synodic times. As we have already discussed about the constellations, their names, now we will discuss that how constellations are distributed in the signs. Friends, as we have already discussed that there are 27 nakshatras and each nakshatra has a 4 parts and each part is of 3 degree 20 minutes and each nakshatra is of 13 degree 20 minutes. Each sign which is of 30 degree and there are 9 parts of the nakshatras which completes 30 degrees. The Ashwini nakshatra, the first nakshatra, has a four parts in the Aries sign. The Bharani nakshatra has a 4 parts in the Aries sign. But the Kritika nakshatra has a 1 part in the Aries sign and remaining 3 parts in the Taurus sign. We see that the first part from 0 to 3 degree 20 minutes, second part from 3 degree 20 minutes to 6 degree 40 minutes, third part 640 to 10 degrees and fourth part 10 degrees to 13 degree 20 minutes. So this completes one nakshatra or a constellation. This is the second constellation, this is the third constellation. Now we go to the fourth constellation. In Taurus sign, 3 parts of the Kritika constellation and 4 parts of the Rohini constellation, 3 and 4, 7, and the remaining 2 parts of the Mrigashira constellations are in the Taurus sign. So each sign has 3 constellations. Like here in Gemini, the 2 parts of the Mrigashira, 4 parts of the Ardra, and 3 parts of the Punarvasu nakshatra are there. If we go to the Cancer sign, it takes the 4th part of the Punarvasu nakshatra, 4 parts of the Pushya nakshatra, and 4 parts of the Ashlesha nakshatra are there. So these 4 signs completes the first 9 constellations or nakshatras, and the second part, which is from Leo to Scorpio, the distribution is the second group of the constellations from Magha, Purfaguni, Uttarfaguni, Hasta, Chitra, Swati, Vishakha, Anuradha and Jyeshtha. Same way, the third group of Rashis from Sagittarius to Pisces and the third group of constellations from Mula to Revati are distributed in 4 signs. Now we will discuss about the ecliptic, celestial equator, celestial north pole and celestial south pole. Now we will discuss about the celestial equator. What is the celestial equator? If we think that this is the earth, this is the north pole of the earth, this is the south pole of the earth. If we extend the north pole and the south pole infinitely, then it is called the ecliptic north pole and the ecliptic south pole. Same way, if we extend the equator of the earth infinitely, that is called the celestial equator, and the path of the earth on which it moves, it is extended infinitely, it is called the ecliptic. This is the first point of Libra, where the ecliptic and celestial equator intersect in the northern hemisphere, and the first point of Aries, where the celestial equator and the ecliptic intersect in the southern pole. See, this is another image of the earth. Suppose this is the earth. This is the axis of the earth, celestial north pole. This is the celestial south pole. If we see it here, that the earth is moving from western side to eastern side, and sun rises in this direction. Suppose a person is here, he cannot see the sun. But if a person is here, he can see the sun. But after some time, when earth rotates, he will see the sun here rising. After some time, then when this person will go on the back side, he will see the sun setting. This is the horizon of the earth, from where all the planets are seen rising and setting. This is the southern hemisphere, this is the northern hemisphere. Now we see the equinoxes. This is the sun, this is the earth moving around the sun in 1 year, 365 days. This earth's axis is tilted at 23 degrees and 26 minutes perpendicular to this its path around the sun, and when this earth moves around the sun, suppose this is a northern hemisphere, when on the 21st June it is facing the sun. So during this June season, the sun giving the maximum heat to the northern pole. And when earth moves towards the September season, this southern hemisphere moving towards the sun, and on the 22nd December, the southern hemisphere gets the maximum sunlight. So these are called the vernal equinox on 21st March, when the celestial this celestial equator and ecliptic intersect. This is the point on 21st March, when this is the first point of Aries is seen. Similar, when they are moving towards to 23rd September, the celestial equator and ecliptic intersect at this date, and the autumnal equinox starts. Now we will talk about the Rahu and Ketu. These are the imaginary planets. These are not the physical planets. These are the imaginary points which are intersecting between the orbit of the moon. This is the orbit of the moon, and this is the ecliptic of the earth. Where these 2 points meet, these are called the Rahu and Ketu. The descending node is called the Ketu, and ascending node is called the Rahu. How the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse are found, and they are visible on the earth. When sun, earth and moon fall in the same line, at that time the sunlight is not falling on the earth on the path where the sun is obstructing it, and it is seen that at that portion of the sun is dark, and this is called the solar eclipse. Same way, when the sun, earth and moon fall in the same line, but now the earth is in between the sun and the moon, and the sunlight is not falling on the moon. This occurs at the time of full moon period, and during that full moon period the moon seems to be black. That is called the lunar eclipse. Look at this picture, which is indicating the sidereal and synodic times. Now we say the sidereal and synodic times. Suppose this is a sun and this is a planet, Mercury. Mercury takes 88 days to complete one revolution around the sun. But when we observe it from the earth, and during these 88 days, earth also moves some distance, and the same time the earth, Mercury and sun fall in the same line after 115 days, and this is called the synodic time. This actual time of revolution of the Mercury is called the sidereal time, and this period is called the synodic time. The sidereal and synodic time of the different planets is shown here. See, Mercury 88 days sidereal time, but synodic time is 115.9 days. The Venus has a 224 days, and the synodic time is 583.9 days. The Earth revolve around the sun in 365.25 days, but it do not have any synodic time because we are getting all the observation from the Earth only. The Mars, its sidereal time is 686.98 days, but the synodic time is 779.9 days. The Jupiter, its sidereal time is 11.86 years. It means the Jupiter takes around 12 years to complete one revolution around the sun. It clearly indicates that the Jupiter remains in one sign for 1 year, because we are having 12 signs, and its synodic time is 398.9 days. Similarly, Saturn, its sidereal time is 29.46 years. Around 30 years it takes to complete one revolution around the sun, but the synodic period is 378.1 days. Friends, if you like the video, please share it, like it, and subscribe it. And please don't forget to press the bell icon button to get the latest updates on this lecture series. And also give comments on the video. Thank you.